So one night I was thinking about all this. I was thinking about what it is that I love about my job and what it is that I hate about my job. And what I love about my job is I love to go and I love to talk to the producers. I love to talk to the farmers. I love to talk to the ranchers. I love to talk to the feedlots. They're my kind of people and I'm their kind of people. I love to feel like I am bringing them a service, helping them out, and making their world a little bit better. And I know that may sound kind of goofy, but you know, it feels good to help out a neighbor. That's what I loved. What I don't love about our business and our broker in hay is I don't like all the lies, the BS, the guys that are out there that are just trying to see how much money they can get out of you. I don't like all the hidden stuff that, you know, guys talking around behind your back and got total ulterior motives in mind. I just think it ought to be straight and simple and open and honest. You ought to be able to know everything that's going on and not have to worry about somebody screwing. So basically, all of a sudden this idea popped into my head and I've kind of run with it. Hopefully you can see the validity in it. Hopefully you can see how it will make differences in your typical operation. I'm going to walk you through the system, and what the system is it's a system online. It's a web page, and it's called JustYourHay.com. JustYourHay.com, it's a division of Justman Livestock Incorporated, so it's incorporated just like me. It's just a part of it. Look, what we do is we list hay from different producers all over the country and market them as a for sale, a contract for sale to anybody who's watching anywhere. Yes, we have stipulations. Yes, we have contracts that you have to go into. And yes, they're quite extensive. But the reason that we put those contracts out there and make it kind of a pain in the butt to do business with us is not only for our security, it's for your security. Because if you're not legitimate and you don't want to do business the right way, the ethical way, the way we were all raised to do business, then I don't want you on my side. This is for the honest businessman trying to make a life, whether it be on the buying side or it be on the producing side. And all for this service, straight up, anywhere that you look, I have it in the brochures and everything else. We get paid $7 a ton. So the producer is allowed to price his own hay. We send a rep out, that rep looks at his hay. That rep takes a sample, a core sample of his hay. That rep will take a moisture probe of his hay. He'll record all that data. He will take the sample, he will send it in to a very reputable laboratory. We're only going to use one, which is Olson Labs in McCook, Nebraska. You're more than welcome to go research them. We're going to be having a link put right into our system that you can go to them. You can ask them questions, anything you have. I have contacted them myself, and they are more than willing to answer any questions, to give you any services or education that you might need in order to know how to read the tests and the values that are put in these tests. All my representatives will be the only ones taking these core samples. No producers will be allowed to take their own samples. We all know there's those guys out there that are going to try and kind of work the system. I'm not going to have that. It will be our reps doing the samples. At that time, he will tell the producer what the general market value is in his particular region. Now that's kind of a broad statement because we don't know what the hay tests. And we all know that everybody thinks that they have the best hay. But tests don't lie. So we take that sample, we get that meeting. Tests are sent off that very day. We will generally have those sample tests back within 8 days. They email them back. When we get those emails, so does the farmer. The farmer will get a copy. Now the producer that is the only cost to them, is they must pay the $18 for the test. $18 pays for the test and pays for the postage. You can look right on their site and know exactly they're paying for exactly what they're getting. Those tests will help the producer in the future so that he knows how to manage his fields, how to work his fields, and to make a better crop. So virtually, it's not going to cost the producer anything to list his hay on our site. Anyway, to get back, we get the samples back. That rep will get back in contact with that producer and say, hey Johnny, this is what your hay came in as. Tested 170, 22% protein. You know, it's a little bit dry. It come in at 11% on the moisture. Now we know how to compare apples to apples, and those apples that are the same as yours, 170 test hay, 22%, and a little bit dry, right now, and we're just using round numbers just to throw them out there, but that hay right now is worth $200 in your region. How does that sound to you? Well, the farmer answers, that sounds good to me, but you know, I think that the hay market's going to come up. So why don't we go ahead and list my hay for $210? Hey, that's fine. That's what the system is made to do. He is allowed, as a producer, to price his own hay and deal with it, manage it how he wants. Now, is his hay going to sell fast? Probably not. But that's the choice that he makes. And he may be right. Market may come up, and he may be the smart one of today. Or you reverse that scenario, and he says, you know, Johnny, $200 is what your hay is worth in this region. And Johnny said, well, you know, I can appreciate that, but I got a lot of payments. My annual payments are coming up, and I kind of need to move this hay pretty fast. So let's just go ahead and price mine at $195. There again, that's his choice. There's no argument from our side. There's no judging. We've tried to educate you the best that we can of what the market regions are, and they make up their own mind. Now, when it gets listed on our site, that is where we add $7 per ton to that hay. So Johnny can go on our site and look for himself, because he'll automatically be given a login. So he can go on his site and he can look, and when he looks at his own hay, he's going to see that it is priced at $2.07. There's nothing hidden. There's no hidden charges. There's no ulterior motives here. In doing so, Johnny has the ability to see, now look at all these other apples that are the same as mine. I can see where they're priced at and see, yeah, hey, I can make up my own mind to say my hay is priced right in there like it should be. Or, hey, I'm a little light. Maybe I should ask a little bit more. He also has the ability, and I will show you later on, where he can go in, and if you're looking to hit, say, the Colorado market, and you're in Kansas or you're in Utah, you can go in there and physically change the zip code, because it calculates, the program will calculate the mileages and the trucking and tell you exactly what the price delivered to is. So he can manually go in there and change that zip code to whatever zip code he wants, and see where his hay comes in versus anybody else's. But let's go ahead, and we're going to get into the system, and I'm going to walk you through the system kind of page by page, and explain what each page is and what each page does for you.